did provide handouts that have some of the information written down for you. But I'll give you some additional stuff as far as updates on our investigation as of this afternoon. The investigation is obviously ongoing. It's going to be ongoing for quite a long time, but we are making some progress. For instance, this afternoon, we started a process to try to start getting vehicles back to people who had their vehicles that are within that crime scene area. And so as they clear certain areas of the park and they make those vehicles available, there's a process where people are being reunited with their vehicles by getting escorted in. And so that's a positive for folks that have lost their vehicles into the park. I told you yesterday afternoon at the press conference that we were executing a search warrant on the suspect's car that we found parked just northeast of the park. That has been completed, and I know some of the reports included that this gentleman had purchased the weapon that was used in the shooting, and he had also purchased a shotgun, so we knew that he was associated with those two weapons. During the search warrant of the car, the shotgun that he had purchased was located. So we've now accounted for both of the weapons that we knew that he had purchased recently. Also, I was asked a question yesterday regarding a bag of ammunition or a bag in the creek. And yesterday we had a very large number of people from the Santa Clara County Search and Rescue, sheriff's deputies, and the FBI that did a sweep of the creek, a very detailed sweep of the creek from one end to the other. And I can confirm that they did locate a bag that had additional ammunition in it in the creek area when they were doing that sweep. I want to talk a little bit about, because we keep mentioning that we believe there may be a second subject involved, but we weren't sure at what level that person's involvement was. We have no indication that he was actually a shooter, but we had several people that thought that he was with another person. That investigation into that piece of this has been a high priority for us, because we want to put the community and people's minds at ease as to whether or not there's actually another person out there that they need to be worried about. Our investigation is leading us more and more to believe that there was not a second person involved. I don't think I could say that with absolute certainty at this point, because we're still following up leads, because people who say I saw this or I saw that, we want to follow every single one of those leads all the way through. But we have been able to track his movements around town leading up to the incident, including multiple different stores and locations that he visited prior to engaging in this shooting incident. And in every single one of those cases, we've been able to retrieve video, and he was by himself. He was not with anybody else. So that is sort of supporting the thought now that he acted on his own. But again, I don't want to dissuade any witnesses or any people that saw things or have any information from continuing to come forward, because we don't want to rule that out as at least a possibility until we've exhausted every single lead that is provided to us. I think that that's really all the updates that I have for you. I would continue to ask for the community's patience, because this is a long process. That crime scene area is acres and acres, and so I know it's inconvenient for some folks. I also want to encourage witnesses to continue to come forward, to continue to visit the website that is set up for downloading photographs and video. And any information that somebody has, no matter how irrelevant it may seem, could potentially be very, very important. And so we want to continue to encourage people to call in. And I know there's more people that I'm sure saw things that are watching this. Please continue to do that. And that's what I have as your update for this afternoon. I'm going to turn it over so we can get a little bit more of an update as to personal effects and the evidence collection process going out at the park.